y'all? This is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another couch video. How the street player gets past that whole looks thing. Because I'm gonna tell you what, I was gonna call this the old school player joint, right? I was gonna call it that, but I said, you know what? There's still, if you know where to look, they still doing the same thing that they were doing back in the 70s and stuff to get past that looks thing. Cause you know everybody, you got a lot of people, man, you got whole communities talking about, yeah, got that, you gotta look a certain way, you gotta have a certain jaw, and all of that works. But let's be real, 99% of the men out here average looking, they don't stand out. But see, the real to the deal street play. Dudes out here, they out in the streets. They ain't online talking their smack and sharing around theory. They out here getting his. They figured, hey, we used to call it style. It was called swag for a while. Like the youngins now call it that drip, right? So that's the key. But it's always been that. Just like I said, everybody ain't looking like no fashion model or an outfit showpiece. But that was the style. That was the game I learned. And even the youngins know that. I see that in my youngest son when he wanted to dress up. And I see it out here even on videos on YouTube that feature younger people. They be talking about the drip. They be talking about it. It's always been about that style. But I see a lot of dudes don't understand it. Y'all say, well, why you got all this on? Part of the style, right? Let me show y'all my eyes while I'm talking. Y'all notice, right? Y'all notice I got my little Geet and Yame symbol, which I got a story behind that. Got my watch on, got my little bracelet on. I didn't even wear a bracelet on at that thing. It's all about the style, the drip, right? And I'm gonna tell you what, that's the important thing. That's the important thing once you understand it. In fact, there's a book here by this sister Kinga K. Stevens and stuff. Some people might have heard of her. She's interesting, right? And it was directed towards women. How to influence their men to be the man that they want, right? But the important thing was style. Let me read what she said here. Men are so beautiful. A fine man is like a morsel of well-prepared food, delicious and totally inviting. Men of any race, size, and age are even more appealing depending on personal style choices and enhancements that make a man just right. A man's personal style includes his clothing, his scent, and choice of shoes, what I've always said about shoes, but can also include his vehicle, his walk, his personality. A large element of style is also his physique. Yeah, body game again. But that was always the key. Everybody didn't look like had those movie star looks. In fact, if you take an honest look at the men out here in the real world getting theirs, they probably just face look average, but then they got that drip. They might have those tattoos. They got that clothing style, everything like that. And of course, they got their scent. This right here is Enchante, the ASP Holy Ghost by Scorpio, aka Cousin T-Tar, as y'all might know. And I'm gonna put a link to this scent. Trust me, this joint worked. Anybody who was at the self-improvement summit this past weekend and somebody who checks my stuff out on IG, trust me, it works. And y'all want to talk about receipts, just check out the picture, right? But this is part of your style too, because I'm gonna tell you what, women will look at a picture and say, I bet he smell good. See, I'm gonna tell y'all what the game, a big part of it is debate. There's no doubt about that. And yes, your appearance does matter. Your appearance, your overall appearance. And women are realistic. They know everybody ain't gonna have those model looks, but they still want the man. So what the dudes do, they get the haircut right, get that beard right. You get, their clothing, get that watch, get that gold shit. I ain't even wear, I wore an ordinary watch at this thing. Maybe get the bracelet. I ain't feel like wearing a bracelet though. But I'm gonna tell you what, I wore this. I'm gonna tell you what, a story behind this. I was at a relationship expo, and the baddest woman there came up to me and was like, "Hey, what's that?" Bait. You know, it's about having that drip and stuff. It's about having those shoes. Trust me, women check shoes. If you got to spend money on nothing else, shoes. Indeed, in the description box as well is a link to the series I did on Rom TV about your signature style. And I did a whole episode on shoes. I did an episode on here about shoes. Let me see if I can find that link for y'all again. Because and look, that's what you gotta do. Okay, so you not an alpha showpiece. And yeah, you might hit the gym. Nah, you don't got that big buff body. Hey, that's okay though. Just work to get the best that you can, but make sure you dress right. Like you got these dudes complaining. I was like, change your style of dressing clothes. They at least get the bait. And I'm just talking about the bait. The whole convo, like I did the podcast today talking about that conversation. You gotta have the bait that if you either approach her or she puts herself in position to be approached, or she approaches you, if you just got it like that, you still gotta talk to her. But you still gotta have a bait. There's a sequence you gotta follow. And anybody can build their bait. I don't care who you are. I know some dudes that the women said were facially ugly, but their drip was like on 1,000. I knew this one dude, women actually said, yeah, you know what, you don't look like all that just in his face. But that dude was stylish. That dude was stylish just going to, just playing basketball. And I actually did a video talking about this dude I work with. The women called him Shrek. But that dude was wearing Blueberry shirts. He was wearing Blueberry shirts. He was always stylish. And he got his. See, that style is everything. And that's the one. See, I'm going to tell you the beauty of style. If somebody said, Ron, what would you rather have? Would you rather look like that fashion model or just have your drip on 1,000? I'd take the drip. Because see, here's the thing. You can keep your drip up into old age. It's hard to keep your looks into old age. Let me say that again. You can keep that drip and you got total control over it. But your bone structure, you can work out, you can do all this stuff, but it can only take you so far, and then it's still somebody ain't gonna like it. But trust me, women, they see that style, they turn, they be like, oh, okay. And they check your shoes are nice. You got that nice heel and everything. Shoot, especially you got that style. For those who went to the Self-Improvement Summit, those were some Tim Chuckers and stuff. See, one thing y'all don't know about me, because y'all usually see me in these videos, but honestly, I could do some style videos, just pure style and stuff. I could. And I'm still thinking about it. Because when I'm ready to do some stuff, I'm doing some stuff. But that's the whole key, though. That's the whole key. Just understand that. You got total control over that. And you can have that till the day you die. You can have, because you got control. You can't control a lot of other stuff no matter how hard you try. Like pure genetics, you can work at it, and there's a rare few who can maintain like their looks well into like their old age. There's a few. It happens. A lot of them related to me, just saying, but everybody else, you can keep a fly haircut for life. Or even if you losing hair, shave it all off and everything. Let that beard grow out. In fact, I'll put a link to some older men who are stylish. They on IG. They call themselves the Silver Fox Squad. You gotta have it. It's just basic shit though. Everybody be doing all this shit. I say, well, okay, what's your drip like? And I'm serious. Because it's all about the bait. Get the woman over there, or get her to stop. Then you just have a good conversation. You don't have to use magic words. Just be able to have a regular conversation. And boom. You get her feeling good. And then when you get in the bedroom, make sure that you make her smile. Make sure you make her woo-woo-woo. Make sure you make the JJ speak. Make sure you make the JJ speak. And trust me, she be feeling good. You gotta get her to the point she can't even talk. do all that, boom, that's game. And you know what? We still got dudes out there doing it. We still got some dudes. I see some dudes. We got the, because like some of the younger guys. One thing I get some of the younger cats. They get it. They ain't on some lame ass shit. They get it. That's why they be having their haircuts. Haircuts be all fly and everything. You know, like we had a couple young guys at the Self Improvement Summit in their teens. That shit was fly. Their shit was fly, and their father was making sure he did what a father's supposed to do. Salute if he watches this, right? But their haircuts will fly. You be getting these kids, young guys, they got their haircut fly. Just had that drip because they already know it. They ain't super muscular. They still growing. The man don't really hit his body build until his 30s anyway. So these young guys, they make sure they swagged out. They dripped out. Indeed, like before the Self-Improvement Summit this weekend, I walked around the neighborhood to a mall in that neighborhood because I used to hang out around there anyway, and we used to work around there. We used to have some dudes walking around with some fine women, and all they had was that drip. And I know some dudes, they don't want to do that or anything. Okay, you don't have to do anything. I'm just telling you what the fuck works. I mean, that's the bottom line. It works. You know, ifs, ands, and buts. It works. Do you want to like keep going, pushing the boat uphill, or just work? Use will work easy. And especially shit, you throw on some stuff like this in the description box. Trust me, it works. Check my IG. Hey, you know, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. That's what you gotta do, all right? So anyway, that's all I got for now. Get back with y'all later. Peace.